Hi, it's good morning, and it's good morning. Yeah, I've been here too long. It's morning, and I am off to find breakfast. And I thought I'd tell you that there are people that live in my hostel that I talk to sometimes that I've never told you about. They only stay for a little while though, so they're like here for like 2 or 3 days, or like there's people that just came in today that are only here for 1 day. So I just talked to them a little bit and then they're gone, so I never really told you about them. But right now there's like 3 or 4 other women in my room right now, and they're from all over the place, and it's fun. And I really like being able to like hang out with people from all over the place. It's cool. A whole bunch of travelers like me. A whole bunch of them are going up to the northernmost island to go snowboarding. So apparently there's snow up there. Cool. Well, we're off to find breakfast, and then later today we're going to meet with my dancer friend from the UK, who I met the first day I was here with tea. And so she lives up in Omiya, which is the opposite direction from Tokyo, all the way at the end of the line. So I think I'm going to stop at a couple of the cities between here and there today and just explore the rest of Japan for a little bit. Yeah, but let's go find breakfast first. Also, random side note, Japanese shampoo does funky things to my hair. It gives it all kinds of texture that it's never had before, and I kind of like it. Just so you know. We are here. I want to go at the west exit to get to Warabi City. I'm learning. I recognize this place. I've been lost here before. Okay, so I found a cute little bakery. The way bakeries work here is when you go in, you get a tray and a pair of tongs, and you walk around and you pick things up and you put them on your tray. And then you bring the tray to the front, and the ladies up in the front wrap your stuff up and put them in the bags for you. And then you put your money onto the little, there's another little tray, there's usually a little tray at the registers, and you put your money in the tray. You don't put it in their hand. And then they pick it up, and then they hand you your change. So that's how that works, and I'm gonna take a picture of what's in my bag because it's cute. Okay. There are arrows everywhere, on the stairs, on the ground, that tell you what direction you're supposed to be walking on the other side of that yellow line. Just like if you were a car. Although sometimes there are just far too many people for those little arrows to get paid attention to. Well, this is a businessy sort of town. There's lots of businesses and offices and stuff. Nothing that you can just sort of walk into. Well, you could, but you'd probably not be, like, welcomed very well. Smallest elevator ever. Okay, so I love the warning signal things here. Warning sign, you'll get your hands pinched. Anyhow, so I tried to get into a dance studio because there was a dance studio and I can't help myself, but it was locked, so oh well. Oh look, I found a thing. So in this town I followed this guy in a suit, but he didn't go anywhere interesting, so I went somewhere else. This will probably get me lost, but oh well, I have till 4. So this appears to be a full-blown temple, like active. There are people here, they rang the bell, clapped a couple times. Not really sure if I'm supposed to be doing video at a place like this, but I don't know, I guess I am. So, it's pretty. There's a walking path. I'm going to walk it. I don't know what it says. There's a sign. Yeah. I think it's a pigeon. Pretty. So lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people here ride bikes. Like a lot of bikes. So this town has a lot of high-end fashion shopping, and if you go to the basement of big towers full of clothing, you find grocery stores. It's cool. Ooh, pretty. Expensive groceries, but pretty groceries. So basically this is a giant shopping town, which is cool. The numbers that are next to those stations are the amount of time that it will take to get there on the train. The red ones are for the express, or what they call rapid train, and the blue ones are for the local train. Well, I think I'm going to try to find the library here, because I found one on the map and I think it would be fun to go see. Okay, so I've made it to block 4, which the library should be on. I think the library is going to be just over here, but we'll find out. Or there will be a garage, an alley, and the trash place. Where's the library? Ooh, another sign. I am on the right block. I'm just here and need to get here. Which should be around back, maybe? Let's try that. Looks kind of like a library. Maybe one under construction. This would be the part where everyone goes, "It's not a library, don't go in there," if this was a movie. So, I love it when you ask a question in English and then a whole bunch of guys talk about your question and none of them actually talk to you for like 5 minutes until they figure out what your question was and possibly how to answer it. Basically, the library is closed until the end of the month for reconstruction or something. Yeah. Oh, I love being a stranger. Okay, so I really need to stop finding bakeries, but this woman that owns this bakery, her daughter is actually going to school in Boston, and so I got discount coupons. Yay! And that's why I went into that bakery, because it's a Totoro-shaped piece of bread. How cool is that? So you know what else is like a lot of fun to do? At least I think it's fun to do? Fill your pockets with hot coffee from vending machines and then randomly give them to homeless people for no apparent reason. It's also a lot easier to do here because there are a whole bunch of vending machines with hot coffee right next to homeless people. That is a playroom for children. It is a room where you put children so that they can play. Yay! So I accidentally managed to walk to the next station. But let's try to get to this place that looks kind of like a garden. Is it sad that this place reminds me a little bit of Starfleet Academy? So, sorry about all the randomly artsy pictures, but this station is just like full of them. It's really cool. Garden shop! So we are outside right now. And these are all actually in bloom, they're not forced. These are what they call winter flowers, which we would refer to as spring flowers, like tulips and things. But apparently they bloom in the winter here. Okay, inside flowers. We're inside in like a greenhouse thing where it's warmer so that orchids and things can grow. Okay, so sort of missing family right now because my brother would have loved that station I just walked through and my mother would have loved that shop I just walked through with all the plants in it and stuff. Also kind of was like, if I didn't have 5 more countries to go through, I'd have bought my mom an orchid. Okay, so I am in Omiya. I don't know where I'm supposed to be meeting my friend, but it shouldn't be hard to find her because she's also not Japanese, so she'll look different than everybody else. It would be really nice to have a cell phone right now. Okay, so I found her, and she had a friend with her, and we had tea, and she got really sick, and so she went home. I'll meet her again on Sunday. The tea is not what made her sick. She hasn't slept in 3 days or eaten today. That's what made her sick. Okay, so I went to Subway because they have cooler sandwiches here at Subway than they do at home. This is shrimp and avocado, I believe. That is melon soda, really, really tasty. And this is some sort of a basil wedge. Let's try it. Well, that was tasty. Actually, it was really tasty. I guess I'm gonna do some more window shopping because there's a whole bunch of stores around. Okay, so I've been thinking about who God is today, and I've been thinking about the fact that I think about this every day now, and how that's kind of a dangerous thing to do because every time I find something about God, a part of his identity, as a Christian, I am then sort of obligated to reflect that. And so the more I learn about him, the more responsibility I have to be like him. But then I realized that he's a very reasonable God. He's not terribly unreasonable. He doesn't ask us to do things that he can't help us with. And so I figure that as he shows me parts of him, he'll also help me be them. And then I don't have to worry about him showing me part of himself that I can't be right now, or that he won't help me be. So, I suppose today, he's reasonable.